Often people will tell me, well, I'm not sure that my team trusts me. I'm not sure what they feel about in terms of the trustworthiness of the executive leadership team. And this is a difficult one to understand. So our process, we go into different companies and we're looking to do an assessment. We do it via survey and interviews and focus groups. And as an outsider, I often am able to get a deeper understanding of what really is going on in people's hearts and minds. But I also know that they're holding back just a little bit. They're also concerned about my ability to be able to keep their information confidential and what it means if they're really sharing openly. So there's always going to be some limited opportunity for you to understand every single thing that an employee might think about in terms of trustworthy leadership. So my recommendation is that one, that you're listening, you're paying attention to some of the things that you know happen in a trustworthy environment. So people sharing ideas, being really wild with maybe some suggestions, being creative, sharing openly failures, saying this didn't work, I'm so sorry, this is what I'm doing about it. So you can look at that as a litmus test. You also, as you're talking with employees, can lean in and really listen to some of the things that you think that if you're asking them for feedback or if you're asking them to give some ideas, and watch their body language, see if they're hesitant, see if they're thinking through or they give you the answer that it sounds like that you might want to hear. So when we're actually doing the survey questions, we're asking, is your leadership team role modeling the values of the organization? Are they following through on the things that they say that they're going to do? These are not necessarily things that you can ask easily outright. And if you did, they'd probably think it was odd and might not give you a full answer anyway, especially if trust isn't present. But knowing that you're after some of those ends. The other thing to pay attention to is you might say, hey, where could you give me feedback about how we could lead this effort better? What do you need some more communication from us? Do you need more information about what's happening? Do you need some behind the scenes information? Are we telling you enough information? Are there things that you feel like that we know that we're not sharing? You can lead some questions that would get at what typically we see when we're walking into organizations and there's a challenge in trustworthy leadership and communication. So I think paying attention, being really astute about some things that should be present and knowing if they're not, and then just assuming that there's things for you to improve and asking questions in a way that frames that for folks, that they're not looking for, is it great or am I doing wonderful or is there an opportunity? Really, you're saying, I know there's great ways that I can improve. Please help me understand where I can do this better, and this better, and this better. And that's building trust over time. And it's also helping you to see where they're able to share some opinions and some insights that will help you along the way.